Guitar Giveaway Channel!
Okay, so let's begin our look at Stairway to Heaven with learning this classic acoustic intro that everybody knows and everybody would love to be able to play. So let's get down to it. We're going to start, this is going to be finger picking, and I'm going to show you kind of the chords that we're going to be doing down here and telling you what strings that I'm going to be finger picking. So even if you have trouble seeing the exact string that I'm hitting, I'm going to be saying which one it is, all right, and what I'm hitting, what string with. First of all, I'm kind of set up in this initial descending part with my thumb always picking any note that happens on the fourth string. My first finger picks any note on the third, second finger or middle finger on anything on the second string, and the ring finger is everything on the first string. So I've got the thumb and those three fingers all getting these strings 1 through 4. All right, so let's go down here to the left hand, and we're going to be holding an A minor chord here that's got a bar across the 5th fret at the first, second, and third strings. You can go ahead and make that bar go across 4 strings because we will be using that 5th fret and the 4th string a little later. So after you get that bar, then place your third finger at the 7th fret on the 4th string. All right, so we've got that chord shape, and we're going to pick straight across here. We're going to pick with our thumb the 4th string, then the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So I'm using all 4 of those fingers, just going 4, 3, 2, 1 across. Those are the string numbers. Okay, then we take our second finger, and instead of the 7 at the 4th fret on the 4th string, we're going to have the 6 on the 4th string, and then you can add your pinky at the 7th fret on the the 1st string. So basically take your third finger, if you want, and move it down to the 7th fret on the 1st string. And this second finger is going to be at the 6th fret on the 4th string, and the bar at the 5th fret stays the same. Now we have a little bit different picking. And what that is now we're hitting the 4th string and the 1st string at the same time. So we're going to be using our ring finger and our thumb together for the first hit. Then we're going to pick the 2nd string, then the 3rd, then back to the 1st. Now remember that pattern because that's really the main pattern that we're going to be using. Because this next chord, you take your pinky and put it down at the 8th fret on the 1st string and lift up your 2nd finger. So now all you do is have that bar and you have your pinky at the 8th fret on the 1st string, and then do that same pattern that we just did with the 2 outside notes at the same time. Okay, it's the same pattern. Then take it down to, this is going to be a D major chord here with F sharp in the bass. We're going to hold the D major with a bar at the 2nd fret across the 1st, 2nd, 3rd strings, and then your 2nd finger at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then your 3rd finger at the 4th fret on the 4th string, and do that same picking pattern we just did. Alright, so far we got this. Straight across, just 4 notes. Then we go to this F major 7th chord. It's just 1st string open, 1st fret on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd, and 3rd fret on the 4th string. And this picking pattern, it's a little bit different. We start with the 2 outside notes, then the 2nd string, then 3rd, and then back to the 2nd, and a little pause on that note. And then we just go 1, 2, 3. Those are the string numbers, what I'm calling out there. Then come down to this 2nd fret on the 5th string. You're going to use your thumb now to pick that 5th string. And the 1st and 2nd fingers are going to pick the 2nd and 3rd strings open. So there's 3 strings there. And then come to an A minor chord and just pick the 4 middle strings with each one of those 4 fingers on the thumb and then the 1st, 2nd, 3rd string. All together, and you hit it twice. So we got then open A, open 5th string, slide 7 to 8, and then come back down to 7. And now that's our little thing to start this pattern over, except it starts just a little bit different the second time. We have, so I'm holding that same A minor chord, but I start the picking and set on the 4th string on the 5th string and go 5, 4, 3, 2. And then starting from the 2nd chord there, same shape, we do the same picking pattern that we did with it before, which is that outside note. And then keep going, same stuff. Same thing. Okay, so just instead of that very beginning, when it came back around, everything stayed the same. All right, now we have this little figure. Okay, so now when he does this part in the song, he'll kind of, as he goes through it a couple of times, he might make slight variations, but there's only 2 patterns that he's doing when he does any variation. So let's go through the part real quick. We got open 5th, then on the 5th string, the 2nd fret, and when you get to this C major chord, hold a standard C major chord, and go 5, 4, 3, 1. Then come to the D major chord and play that same picking pattern we're already familiar with that we did in this descending pattern. The 2 outside notes, then 2, 3, 1. Then the same picking pattern on that F major 7th chord that we did before. Then we come to an A minor chord, and what we do is we really pick the 5th string and the 2nd string together and hammer on that 1st fret on the 2nd string, and then follow it with the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. It's about all we get of A minor. We gotta start that little, again, that little figure. So then we build back up, 0, 2, and when we get to the C major chord, this time we're gonna pick it with that picking pattern that we did before that we're familiar with already, but it's gonna be on the 4 middle strings here. And then we're going to come to this G major chord. It's not going to be the G major played like this. You're going to have that 2nd string open. So the 2nd fret here on the 5th, 3rd fret here on the 6th, and then the pinky at the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Now we do that same pattern, except the thumb has to be on the 6th string, and these 3 fingers are on the first 3 strings. So we have, so that's that same pattern that we've done before, just a little bit different strings. And then come to this D major chord. Leave your pinky there though. Come and hold a D major chord, pick all 4 strings together with thumb, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger. And when you pick that, pull off the pinky, so it'll be pulled off to that 2nd fret, and hit the chord a couple more times. Then we're going to start this pattern again. Now the only 2 patterns, I mentioned there's only 2 patterns he really does. One is picking straight across 4 strings. And the other one is the one that we're already familiar with. So when listening to this verse, as he goes back around throughout the song, he keeps coming back to this part over and over again. You will hear slight, he always plays the same chords in the same order, but the little right-hand pattern every once in a while will just kind of change, but he just switches back between those 2. Okay, so it should be really easy to pick up when you're going through a recording. So, or if you're doing one of those, everything's gonna sound fine. So let's finish. So we're coming back around. Same first 2 chords, and the same F major 7, and the same A minor hammered on. And this first time he ends this, picks straight across, then straight across, just 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, then 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold that F major 7th chord and hit it 3 times. Let me play all that section again so you can, and try to pick up which right hand pattern is going on at what time. that order of chords, see, the whole thing is really a little bit, that is one time through that part, what I just played right there. So when you get all of those same chords down, they're very similar. It seems like you're doing one part twice, but it's really just a little bit different at the end. Instead of ending on the D, and there's a G, that little change to the G in there the first time through. So if you could follow that, and then whenever he plays that part of the song, you can play exactly what I just played right there, what he plays the first time, or you can just mix up those patterns. Remember, you can pick straight across, or go. Either one, and that's what he's doing. He's kind of just mixing it up as he goes along.
You've been watching another Guitar Giveaway channel production by the Guitar Giveaway channel YouTube. Until next time, legend, I'll see you on the inside. Peace.